Initializing a list to a known number of elements in Python. Right now I am using a list, and was expecting something like, should I use array instead?
The first thing that comes to mind for me is, but do you really need to pre-initialize it?
Not quite sure why everyone is giving you a hard time for wanting to do this. There are several scenarios where you'd want a fixed size initialized list. And you've correctly deduced that arrays are sensible in these cases. For the non-Pythonistas, the 0*1000 term is creating a tuple containing 1000 zeros. The comma forces Python to recognize 0 as a tuple, otherwise it would be evaluated as 0. I've used a tuple instead of a list because they generally have lower overhead.
One obvious and probably not efficient way is, note that this can be extended to 2-dimension easily. For example, to get a 10 by 100 array you can do
Wanting to initialize an array of fixed size is a perfectly acceptable thing to do in any programming language. It isn't like the programmer wants to put a break statement in a while true loop. Believe me, especially if the elements are just going to be overwritten and not merely added/subtracted. Like is the case of many dynamic programming algorithms, you don't want to mess around with append statements and checking if the element hasn't been initialized yet on the fly. That's a lot of code gens. Object equals 0 for x in range 1000. This will work for what the programmer is trying to achieve.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.